and good morning. You are welcome to Active Citizens. The program is Morning Pulse, and my name is Sharon Enem-Chuku. Today we're going to be talking about two very interesting topics that aroused last night, but I am not doing this alone. I'm going to be joined by the beautiful Ifoma Oji. Good morning.
Good morning. There is a saying in Igbo, just use Igbo.
Okay.
And I say,
oh, Chai, I'm beautiful. Oh, thank you. And so are you. Thank you. You look divine. All right, that was really nice. So we have two topics for today, and number one is the Salihu Lukman, that's the APC vice chair, resigning from APC to join ADC. The second story is about the Nigerian resident doctors who have accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for showering athletes with billions while ignoring health workers. And those are the two main stories that we'll be discussing today. All right, straight to the question of the day, because this one is very, it's really touching, and I have my own reservations, especially for the next story. But let's start off with the first one. What do you have to say with the sudden rush? Everybody is leaving APC, people are leaving PDP to go and join ADC. I mean, this is not the first time that this is happening. Even Atiku Abubakar, who was one of the founding fathers for APC, has also left the party. Now the deputy chair, the vice chair, has resigned. A lot of people from APC, most especially, are leaving to join ADC. Now, my question is, do you honestly believe that ADC, with all the importation they are having from APC and PDP, can provide something, different, something new to the table?
Okay, thank you for the question.
You're welcome.
I think this particular story has two angles. Number one is them defecting to a new party. Yeah, it shows. It's more like okay, APC. You've tried APC and APC did not work. I mean, it did not live up to the expectations it was created for. Because according to the renewed hope agenda, it has a lot of packages that comes with it, but you could see that this Lukman now has analyzed it, and he has seen that it's not living up to what it was created for. They are all moving into ADC now. On the part of, is ADC going to better Nigeria or whatnot, I don't actually think that is feasible. Why do I say that? It is still the same leaders that failed. They have record of massive failures in leadership that are moving over to ADC. And not just that, as they are moving over, even if they won't be the one that will rule or govern Nigeria, they will definitely select people that will do so, which is kind of empowering godfatherism, which is what has been prominent all these years. We have experienced godfatherism from this hand to the next hand. You're passing on leadership. You tutor people in the same thing that you do, and the person continues with.
Yeah, I get your point. I get you.
Exactly. So that is what I am trying to say here.
No, I understand what you're saying, and then I like the fact that we are also agreeing on these terms, because I just have a problem with the fact that everybody from APC, the same group of people from APC, are leaving that party to join ADC. It's making me become suspicious of the opposition party that is ADC right now. I mean, okay, you want to oppose the government, and the basis that you're giving is that the certain parties that you've been in for years are not living up to the promises that they made. Why didn't you leave since? You didn't leave in 2020, you didn't leave in 2021. It's 2 years before the elections. You know that these people are not living up to their mandates or the promises they have made, and all of a sudden it no longer suits you. So you are leaving to ADC. Now, in as much as we encourage coalition, we encourage opposition parties, that is lovely. But my own reservation is, I use one eye the lukuna. Because how can you tell me that the same group of people who are living, and they are not even going for any classes, they are not going for, you know, when you are in the corporate field, you go for training, you go for evaluation from time to time. These people are just being burdened from the way they left is how they are entering, no change, nothing, and they are entering ASAP. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no space in it, which brings, okay.
I actually want to make an addition or add to what you just said. They are not just moving to a particular party. They are, what I want to know is, when you were in this particular party, what difference did you make in the society? You were placed in a position, I mean, a good, better position if they place you. What difference did you make? It does not matter the party at this point, but were you able to do something? You get? Yes, I know that maybe in the party there might be rules guiding the party, but it does not stop you from doing what you are supposed to do. As a president or anything, party got nothing on you to carry out your responsibility.
Do you know that this thing you just said now, the Edo State Governor, I don't know if you watched the video, the Edo State Governor came out to say that in 2027 that there will be no more party. And you know the Edo State Governor is obviously in APC, and you know, someone just made a comment and they said, after how many years in office, is this your mandate? Is this the only thing you've achieved, that there won't be any party come 2027? Because people, those politicians, we have to call a spade, are quick to point the blame. Oh, it's the party's fault. It's the party's rules. It's the party's infrastructure. That's why we're not. Is that really true? They say that when a farmer does not do a good work, he blames his tools, right? And I feel like that is exactly what these people are doing. You are blaming the party, whereas you were part of our problem. Now, this just brings me to the next question. We'll take a look at the resignation letter of Salihu in a minute, but the next question I want to ask is, do you think, as the vice chair of APC, him leaving that party, do you think that he is going to somehow reinforce ADC's strength against APC come 2027?
Well, I actually think that there is possibility, if truly he is living for the people. He is living to better the people. But if he is just political front, I don't think he's going to do that.
I understand, and I agree, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that at the end of the day, all of this will not be another situation of you know, same old, like the same old story. I'm really hoping and believing that ADC will meet up to the expectations that a lot of people have for them. But you know, what are your thoughts on Lukman's claim that APC has failed in its leadership? I mean, as a party, or as an administration?
Apart from him being part of that failed administration, yes, he's part and parcel of the whole thing.
The vice chair, for that matter.
Exactly. My opinion on his assertions, I actually think he's quite apt. Apart from the fact that he's among those persons, I think APC has failed on the things they said they were going to bring to Nigeria, the renewed hope agenda. I mean, look at, they're even having internal crisis. Imagine a whole APC having internal crisis. What more could you say? You could see that they don't even have trust in themselves. He mentioned something about credibility, accountability, that the president is not even listening. He doesn't listen to criticisms, and he does not react to criticism. It's supposed to be a government whereby when people give you feedback on something that you aren't doing right, you make a U-turn. You get assess those things and see places where you fill up the loopholes. But you can see that he didn't do that, and it's part of the reasons why the man is moving over to ADC to see if he can actually achieve that.
Let's take a quick look at his resignation letter. He reads, "My resignation is with immediate effect, which becomes necessary, given my conviction that the atmosphere in the party is completely at variance with the founding vision of forming a progressive party." rather than remaining in the leadership of the party and become a source of distraction for leaders and especially for the young government of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is better to excuse myself and take time off from politics. I will, however, retain my membership of the party in the hope that our leaders, especially President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will retract from acts that will be unjust and illegal, which is crucial to any claim of being democratic or progressive. Oh my goodness, this is interesting. So he still wants to put one leg in, one leg out. And he says he doesn't want to be a distraction to other political leaders, and this is why he is resigning. And I think that is rather ironical.
Did he really resign?
I don't know, because
really understanding this.
I think it's struggle.
Exactly, he's saying that he's taking a time off. You're taking a time off and you move to a new party. Is it still a time off?
I don't understand though. I really Are you standing? I don't understand.
At this point,
I think APC, not just APC politicians, just generally, our politicians can sometimes be very confusing and it's hard to keep up with, it's just very hard.
I know the reason why he did that. So that he will water the ground
just in case Tinubu wins in 2027. That is quite, being a tortoise. But I have another question. Another question is, how do you think, if you could predict, how do you think President Tinubu is going to react to these criticisms?
You could see that somebody has come out to point the fact that he is not reacting to criticism. So it's still going to be business as usual. He'll feign ignorance. He'll act as if he didn't hear all those things that people have been saying. I mean, look at the whole situation in Nigeria. Is he listening to it? What good? What is he doing to all the clamors, all the tears, all the cries of people?
I don't know.
What change is he making? In his manifesto, he talked about renewed hope agenda. Has he lived up to that? So you could see that it's the country that we live in. You criticize, and the criticisms
it's falling on deaf ears.
Exactly.
But Lukman claimed that the ADC will be able to present a better alternative or a worthy opponent in 2027. Do you think that's possible?
I'm telling you, because a lot of things are actually involved here. I've mentioned the fact that we have leaders that were in the other parties, APC, PDP, failed leaders, failed government, and they are trooping into a new party. It is still the same thing. But we still say that let's keep hope alive. And,
yes.
That definitely 2027 is going to be a change. Maybe they have realized that they have crippled the economy and it is time to make a change. Something like that could happen. But if it is still the same set of persons,
it's an almost situation, and that is so apt. I really agree with that, because one thing you cannot take away from Nigerians is hope. We will always hope for the better, for the best. And Nigerians have been doing a great job of hoping, and that is why we at Active Citizens are making it a point to constantly reignite that hope, irrespective of what we're seeing in our society, what we're seeing in the economy, what we're seeing in the government, that there is still hope for us. There is still hope for a better Nigeria for Nigerians. And now,
I actually want to add something to that. It's not just about hoping. They say that hope without works is dead, definitely. But the thing here is that if you're hoping that things will get better and you are not putting in great measures to make sure that things get better, it would definitely not get better. And that is what Active Citizens is standing for. They are telling you it is time for you to wake up from from your slumber and make a change. We put them in that leadership positions, even though that we're seeing that if they want to lead, they will place themselves there. But at the same time, we can't stop hoping and we can't stop taking actions.
Period.
Change.
And that's a period. All right, to the next story. It's the situation of Nigerian resident doctors accusing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of neglecting the health workers and instead rewarding athletes. So I have a comment on this, and it was until I read the full message that they addressed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that I was able to understand better. But my initial reaction was not to create a gender war. But my initial reaction when I saw this and their reference to the amount of money that was given to Super Falcons after their victory, I just thought, but this is not a Super Falcons issue. It is not their fault that they made Nigerians proud, they represented us well, and the excitement, everybody could feel the excitement that came out of that result. And the president, not just the president, the first lady, they went ahead to, call these people on video call and also congratulated them and then gave them the rewards, the cash gifts that they gave them. Now, I was saying that if this were Super Eagles, would this reaction have spurred, would it have come out? That's my own reservation. Of course I see the fact that the government has neglected the health workers, the situation of the nurses going on strike, and the doctors not being paid. All of that is sad. It is really disheartening. I don't stand for it. But my problem is the constant comparison with the Super Falcons and your situation. You could have as well brought up your opinions or your needs without having to constantly drag the Super Falcons name in the mud. And even though they say that that is not their intention, but it looks like that because you are always calling, the Super Falcons, you are able to give. It's as if, between siblings, the mother gives the first child something, the last one is complaining. I think that's what it looks like to me. What's your opinion, though?
Okay, I actually think what you said in a way is right. But let's look at this. They are complaining not because they are not happy. They begrudge, not because they begrudge the Super Falcons or the Tigress. They are not begrudging them. But what they are saying is, come on, these people have been the one manning everything that has to do with health, including during the time of pandemic. They were literally working tirelessly to make sure that people stay alive. Day by day, people are being rushed to hospitals. It is those doctors that cater for them. It is those doctors that make sure that they are alive or they stay alive. Now, you are giving credit to Super Falcons. What about the health sector? It is, for me, it's not really comparison in that sense. I actually see like they are kind of making reference to a recent occurrence. That is the way I'm saying it. Their point is valid. It is timely. In fact, if I am the one, I would definitely do the same thing that they are doing, because they still made it clear that they are not begrudging them. But at the same time, what is this man says that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. You understand? Balance it. Don't just focus on one, because if you check that all these years, the government have not been paying attention to healthcare systems and sectors. They have not been doing that, and people die. But when these people in seats get sick, they rush overseas to go and treat themselves. What happens to pouring your funds into the health sector? What happens to that? The money you're giving to Super Falcons, yes, we are congratulating them. We love the fact that they're making the country proud and all whatnot. But at the same time, these healthcare professionals are the key holders. They hold, just as we say that God is ultimate, you get that we can't exist without God. After God, let's just place doctors next. You get, because when you're rushed to ICU, ICU unit, right? ICU, sorry. It is those doctors that perform operations on you. It is those doctors that determine if you're going to be alive. So if they don't have the proper equipment to make sure that you stay alive, you will die. Definitely. So even those doctors that they are going outside to go and treat them outside, those people have enough equipment. They have sophisticated equipment to make you stay alive. But look at Nigeria.
Okay, so I feel like, in my opinion, since it's like this, the best solution would be to put it into our policies somehow that politicians should not be allowed to travel out for healthcare then. Any healthcare issue you have, you should solve it in Nigeria. Because another reason why the healthcare situation is like this is because I just feel like it's because the elites are not getting their treatment from here, so they don't really care. It's the same thing with education. Their kids are not studying here, they're studying overseas, and so it's as though they don't really understand or they don't want to pay attention, or they're just turning a blind eye. So personally, my solution is that they should put in the policy that everybody, every politician must receive healthcare in Nigeria.
Not just that, ban plenty cars. Politicians should have a number of cars that they drive. I mean, do you see the troops that go with these people when they are going for an event or something like that, conference or something like that? They have too many security personnel that's following them. It is too much. This is money that you're supposed to allocate to things that are important, like the education that you mentioned, like the health sector that we are talking about right now. These are the places that we need those funds. It's not to be spending it recklessly on things that does not matter. Just like the other day we talked about the 712.3 billion that was allocated for airports. When we have things that we're supposed to, come on, they are priorities.
I don't understand what is wrong with the advisors.
Should come first, because health is wealth.
Period. I don't understand what is wrong with the advisors or the cabinet members of our current president. I'm trying to see from a different perspective now, not to just be calling the president of our country. The advisors, what are they paying you for? What is your job description? Are you fulfilling are you delivering on your KPIs? What is your job description? What are they doing there? They employ advisors. If you see the number of positions that are available, the advisor to this, the senior advisor, the junior advisor, everybody is advising, but nothing is showing. Like cho, no workings. I don't really understand what they are doing there. So I also have an annoyance with the people that are being employed to work there. Are they just employing you guys to warm benches is what I'm saying? Because if we are calling out the president, fine and good, because of the irregularities that we are seeing in his governance and the administration generally, what about the people that are being employed to work for him, to work there? Because all of these sectors have advisors, all of them, financial advisors, all of them. What are you guys doing? It's high time that you people stand up and do something.
See, at this point, they are not just employed or placed in that position to warm benches. They came to eat and destroy, because they enrich their pockets, enrich those people, those friends close to them, enrich their family, and then cripple the economy. That is what they are here for. But we are still optimistic that 2027 it is going to be like it will be massive. It will be massive. We are calling on all Nigerian citizens to step up and step out. It is time to make a change.
Thank you very much, Ifoma, and I think that has just been well said. Also, I really like the fact that we're having this conversation, because we can't stop talking now. We can't stop talking. We have to keep talking about these things until the right people hear us. Anyways, this is Active Citizens, and don't forget that this is Morning Pulse. My name is Sharon Enemchuku, and as always, I was joined by the beautiful Ifoma Oji.
Yeah.
Nice to have you again.
Thank you.
All right, this is just a reminder that in the afternoon by 1 p.m. we have another show coming up, which is called As Ide Hot, where we'll talk about hot trending topics. And also, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms on YouTube, and also turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified when we go live. Also follow us on our own personal social media handles. You can find me on Instagram and on Facebook at Sharon Chiku, and you?
Ifoma Oji. Or you can equally find Ms. Solex.
Thank you very much. All right, so we'll see you in the afternoon. Have a lovely day and bye.